Good morning, beautiful people. Greetings from gray and chilly Winnipeg. I'm experimenting here. As you see, I am going to try and do horizontal lives. Ooh, not me horizontal, but the phone, to see if they look better than when I put them on my YouTube channel, because yeah, you know those bars, they don't look so great. So here we go. And so here's my question. Are you free? And that's kind of an interesting question. I was just listening to a podcast. It's actually the Quote of the Day show. Sean Croxton. I love this podcast. You should get it. They're really short episodes, which I love, because I love when people go deep and so on, but also I don't always have 30 minutes to listen to a podcast. So, or not to mention people go an hour. So yeah, his podcasts are really short. They're like 5 to 7 minutes, and each of them, it starts with a clip from some motivational speaker, and he talks a little bit about it, and I just love this. So Quote of the Day show, look it up. So anyway, so he's celebrating his second anniversary of this particular podcast. He used to have one called Underground Wellness, which I also loved, and he played a clip by Bob Proctor, who is yeah, sort of like granddaddy of modern motivational speaking, and he was talking about a quote that was, "If I'm to be free, I have to be me," which sounds a little twee because it rhymes. But I mean, the point is that the only way to have true freedom in your mind, and that's what we're talking about, of course, freedom in your mind, is to not try and be somebody that you're not, to not try and be what other people expect of you. Now, this is not that easy when you spent your life being a people pleaser, like me and like most women, certainly, but a lot of men are people pleasers too, but women particularly are socialized to seek approval and to have everybody love us and be, make sure that, especially men, will approve of what we do. So we wear many masks, and obviously we pay quite a steep psychic price for these masks. They're very energetically draining. It's interesting though, mask. I have a new Facebook friend, and she posted something about how people with autism mask, especially if they're very high functioning, like many, then they mask, they learn the neurotypical behaviors and they do them in order to fit in, but yeah, it's very energetically draining and they don't get to be themselves. So this is true for everybody, but especially for people who pour a lot of energy into a mask of being everything and that people want them to be. And I certainly spent many years of my life trying to be someone that I was not, and it made me sick. So yeah, it's a rather important topic and close to my heart. So my question to you: are you free? Are you you? It doesn't sound as it doesn't rhyme that well, does it? Jeffrey Combs also, he goes like, "You are free and you are you." It's not quite, it doesn't have quite the same ring as "I am free and I am me," or "I am me and I am free." I like that one. So here's the question I'm going to leave you with today. I don't necessarily have an answer, although I do have some thoughts on that matter, is: are you being your authentic self? And if you're not being your authentic self, then the question is, why are you wearing the mask that is draining so much energy from your life? Do you think that your authentic self is not lovable? That's a painful question, isn't it? Because many people emerge from childhood, because little children are always themselves, right? They don't even know how to wear a mask. But if they're given to understand that their authentic self is not lovable and that they need to conform to a certain standard, obviously to some extent everybody needs to be socialized so that society can function, and people need to learn what behaviors are appropriate in what setting. But here's the thing: it may be a matter of behavior being appropriate to setting, but if your identity, if you start feeling that your identity is not appropriate, that is a whole different kettle of fish. It's one thing to filter what you do, it's another thing to filter who you are. So, as you know, I am a life coach, and helping your mind is what I do, as well as your body. That's a whole different part of what I do. Well, actually, they work together, because you can't really work well on your mind when your body's not in good shape. So, yeah, just to remind you, your thoughts are everything, and you think your feelings are just appear out of nowhere, but actually they don't. They come from your thoughts. And if your thoughts about your identity are not loving thoughts, then you're going to treat yourself in a not loving fashion. And when you treat yourself in a not loving fashion, you might end up treating other people that way as well. So it's not just you, it's everyone around you. So yeah, back to Bob Proctor, I am me and I am free. That is what we are striving for. So yeah, I'm going to wrap it up here. Everyone have a great day. Remember, I love you, and take care. I'll talk to you again soon. Bye.